I'll just chalk that one too. Let's go to the Q&A. Drop my pen, lol. Let's go to the Q&A. This one was on excuse me, this one was asked to me on my stream. I think I answered this on stream, but I'll answer it again. There's not really a lot that I can't answer with it, because my answer was pretty negative about it. But they wanted to know, paranormal activity, A, do you believe in it? B, do you have any crazy experiences with it? My answer, yes, I believe in it. No, I've never experienced anything paranormal, that I'm aware of at least. So, do you have any ghost stories or anything you'd like to share that's extraterrestrial?
I believe in the, in paranormal activity. I believe that there is, the unrestful that wander the earth. And no, I've never had an interaction happen to me personally though, but it's happened to people who I've been on the phone with. If you want to hear that story real quick.
Go ahead.
So this was back in high school. I used to talk with this girl who lived in Oklahoma. We used to game together and stuff. And she was home alone, and we were just having a talk on the phone, and her painting falls from her wall. I'm over here freaking out. I say, "Hey, what just fell in your room?" No, just one of the paintings.
Just an everyday occurrence for her.
It's just the go. What? Excuse me? Now, I'm not going to be those, type of folk who would want to get to the bottom of it. If there is a ghost in my household, I am moving. You can have the house and everything. And just let me take my PC and my gaming setup with me, and you can have the entire house to yourself.
That's actually really scary for nerds like us, because ghosts embody themselves using electrical currents from electronic devices. So I have 3 monitors, a $1,500 PC, and a microphone and a webcam hooked up right now. If a ghost wanted to appear in my house, it's coming to my corner that I'm sitting in. Or it would be more likely to manifest here, I guess I should say. Because that's why, I'm not going to say that's why, because I'm not an expert on the topic, but based on what I know from watching, like, ghost hunting shows and, like, scientific videos on the research of extra paranormal stuff like that, that's why they use electronics to, not summon, that sounds like fucking demonic, but that's why they use electronic devices to communicate with them rather than just asking them to smack something. Because that actually gives them a vessel to come into our dimension, I guess, for lack of a better term. There's a lot of terminology I'm lacking on, so that sounds like I'm making it sound like they're fucking genies, but yeah, that was a pretty straightforward answer for me. I believe in it. I don't have any personal experiences with paranormal stuff.
Yeah.
Next question was how, I guess it was more directed directly to me, because I have a ridiculous content creation schedule, but basically, how do you stay motivated? I've been able to I have been able to self-motivate myself basically my entire life, because I just have, 1, I hold myself to ridiculous standards, and 2, I don't like disappointing myself. So even if I underachieve by my standards, I'm still miles ahead of the other people I'm competing with. Because, like, even when I played baseball, there were very few people that worked harder than me, and if my teammates that I played with in high school and college ever see this, I worked harder than you. I don't care what you fucking say. There were not many people that would come straight from the weight room to practice. And I'll just leave it at that. But even outside of, like, after I was done competing and I was coaching, what reason did I have at that point to continue lifting the way I lifted? It was because I coached and I wanted to motivate my players by showing them I can do it too, phase the fuck up. And it even comes down to, like, COD, like, I'm good at COD, but whenever I play with other people, I kind of go into a role where I just kind of want to win, so I'll role fill to make sure things are covered. But still, like, I don't know how to say it. Like, I do things that other people wouldn't necessarily think to do. Basically, my motivation is I want to give myself no excuses. If I lose a gunfight, I lose the gunfight because I didn't work hard enough. So I work to get better. Basically, my entire motivation is probably the same motivation as you. I just want to be better than everybody.
Mine's a little bit different. I started to, kind of have this sense of urgency to, put myself at a higher standard. And it's not the fact that I want to be better than everyone. I want to be the best version of myself because I think that it is better than everyone. I just want to be the best version of myself. And if anyone is in my way, then there's a problem. That's how I keep self motivated. It's to always be the best version of me that I can be.
That falls into the basically the same thing as my baseball gloves. You can't see them. The people on YouTube can kind of see them. They're right here. The people on audio platforms, you're just gonna have to believe me. On the inside of my baseball gloves and on the inside of my hats that I don't have near me, so I can't show those either. But on the inside palm of my gloves, I have stitched "Be Perfect," and on the inside of the brim of my hat on Sharpies, I have "Be Perfect" written. And if you remember from the movie Friday Night Lights, towards the end of the movie, Billy Bob Thornton is like, if you do everything in your power to help your teammates succeed, you're being perfect. And that's kind of just stuck with me forever. So that's kind of falls into the no excuses thing. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that we as a whole succeed. Whether you want to do that is entirely up to you, not you, like the people I'm surrounding myself with at any given time. You guys can do whatever you want to do. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure we succeed. If that means I have to take a back seat to someone else, I'll do that.
That's a good mindset to not be a selfish person. That's a really good mindset.
Especially fucking playing baseball where you literally can't be a one-man show. Like
Wait,
I might be a good pitcher, but at the same time, the ground ball to shortstop is a base hit if the shortstop misses it. So like, I'll keep getting the ground balls. You try your fucking best to not just to make the routine play at that point. So TLDR, limit excuses. Do more to be a team player. Because over time, you'll probably succeed more than you'll. It might suck in the moment, it might be boring in the moment, but succeeding, winning's kind of fun, dude. You also can't see that I have a championship ring somewhere in my room. I can confirm winning is fucking fun.
Yeah, it is. Believe me.
The next question, rather. We're moving on to the next question. The next question would have been good to hear TJ's answer, but he had to go put his kid to sleep, as he said. Not the way I would have phrased it, but your arch nemesis in COD. This can actually apply to any video game, but for TJ specifically, it was COD. I'll let you start off with this. Who is your arch nemesis in video games? You can name drop, you can not name drop, you can use an alias for him, I don't care. Tell me about your worst enemy in video games. Someone you absolutely despise playing. The person's name makes you cringe, it pisses you off when you hear it.
No one.
Not even the shitters that come into your chat and talk shit, none of them?
I don't think anyone was ever good enough to be my arch nemesis. I know that that's not the answer you want to hear, but it's very fucking true. I've never had an arch nemesis. I've never had anyone who I felt was good enough to. Sorry to disappoint anyone who's watching this and who has played against me, but no one has ever been to my standard in and out of game to be my arch nemesis.
Okay, let me rephrase.
I will
that's annoyed you to the point where you had to, I don't know, deal with them, and for lack of a better phrase. Because I was there the one day you banned a few people in your chat for shooting bodies. No. I don't remember their fucking names, but I know there are people that have been banned in your chat because they're shitheads.
Well, those are GB kids. There was a GB.
Yeah, I don't remember GB. I don't remember GB.
I forgot what his name was. And that's it. But I will say, we do play with Sebi. Sebi, you know Sebi Corrigan. Last year he was. He wasn't my rival, but we were very head to head with each other. Like we scrimmed each other every single day. I was the main AR and he was the main AR. And now we're practically like very close friends. We went from shooting each other's bodies to absolutely taking over league play matches and just having fun. So I love that kid to death. He's a cool kid. I'm glad I got to be on the more personal side with him. And that's basically why I don't have any arch enemies, I guess, if that's it. Because there's always a different side to people in COD, right? Like I'll shit talk in COD, but
I
just me
mean,
as a person, if you get to know me as a person, I literally 90% of the time of me talking shit is just to fuck around. I don't actually mean any of that stuff.
I generally only shit talk people if they use things that are like objectively or like subjectively agreed on by the community, not to be used for obvious reasons. Like outside of the game, outside of whatever it be, baseball, COD, any video game we're playing, like I'm mellow. I really don't care. I don't live my life worrying about what others think about me. But in the moment in the game, if you're using a AK-47, you're a fucking pussy. Outside of the game, I'm not gonna lose sleep over using an AK.
Mm-hmm.
However, this question to me, it's not really a serious one because I've never met the kid ever again. It's more so a meme just within the people that I play with because this kid was one of the most toxic people I think I've ever met in COD. I was playing last off season between BO4 and MW. I went back and I played World War II ranked play, and I met this mad lad called iPro Formal. I don't even know what elo we were queuing at, like 2100 maybe, low fucking flat.
Which is a high elo.
Yeah,
I mean, a
but
decently high elo.
it is a decently high elo. But after my rank reset and I played on my placements, I got set at gold and I worked my way up to fucking plat, low plat. But this kid, he killed me. It was hard point. It was hard point Ardennes Forest. Off the break, we spawned bunker side. I went through mid map to try to flank them in P1. There was some guy watching the flank, and good play on his part. He fried me off of the whenever I peeked cabin lane, cabin alley, he fried me because he was sitting on the wall watching the flank. He sprinted through cabin to my body and mag dumped 2 magazines of PPSH ammo into me. And then after the game, he DM'd me telling me to uninstall the game, and I sucked. And I was like, bro, why are you this pressed? And he was like, you fucking suck, dude. Just uninstall the game. That's all he kept saying to me. And he kept saying I was... No, this was all through in-game like console messages.
Oh, okay.
And I questioned him. I was like, because he was very adamant and passionate and upset about what I did, but he killed me, and I didn't do anything back. He was very upset that I tried to flank off the rip on P1.
To go for spawns, right?
No, not to go for spawns, just to kind of shoot them in the back.
Yeah. No, which is what we call a smart play.
He was very upset about that.
What map was it on?
Ardennes Forest.
Yeah, no, you're going to flank every single time on that map. You're going to go... I'm assuming you guys... were you guys spawning on bunker side or
we spawned bunker side, so for P2 it's not really a preferred spawn. So
yeah, so you're always, if you're that player, you always get mid control. If you see nothing mid, you immediately flank through cabin cut.
Yeah. Anyway, I DM'd this kid because he was clearly grinding this game for a very long time. It was like my first day back playing World War II. He had clearly been playing this game since the game came out. He never went to BO4 because he was scared of adapting. I understand it's hard to be good at every game, lol. But, basically I questioned him in the chat, and I was like, homie, do you know World War II Champs was 9 months ago? Like, what are you still playing for? And then he basically just continued to tell me I sucked and never gave me a clear answer to why he was being the way he was. TLDR, I blocked him, but because of the way Call of Duty matchmaking works, if you block somebody, you still find them in matches. But it gives you a prompt telling you there's someone in your game that you've blocked. Are you sure you want to continue? I hit yes, but if you block somebody, it automatically just boots you out of the game. So I lost 25 elo because someone in my game was blocked. So TLDR, iProformal. I hope you're still playing COD World War II ranked play, bro.
Sorry, he upgraded to a PC and now he's playing it on PC.
I hope so, man, because that's the only thing he's fucking good at. And then the last thing we have, got my pen, lol again. We are actually going to answer Luda's question about who can beat Crimsix in hand-to-hand combat. So we're going to run through a list of pros, only pros, no amateurs, so no Dougie Dougs, no Doug Sensor Martins.
Come on.
That would be too easy. That would be too easy. We can't have Doug. We can't have Doug just massacring Crimsix on main stage with hand-to-hand combat, so we're only going to be talking pros.
Okay.
So out of current pros, and we'll throw substitutes in, name me 2 players you think can beat Crimsix in hand-to-hand combat.
2 players that can beat Crimsix in hand-to-hand combat. Scump.
Okay, Scump.
And R-Cities.
Okay. Scump and R-Cities. Ooh.
I think R-Cities would kick Crimsix to the moon. He would kick him in orbit. Scump would knock him down. Scump is jacked. You don't know Scump.
My first pick, I'm going to try not to steal answers.
The red duo.
My first pick for players that would kick Crimsix to the moon. My first player is going to be Apathy.
I was going to pick Apathy.
Apathy, not only does he lift a lot, not only is he very in shape, he's also a dad. And once you get dad powers, you're automatically plus 15 strength. So
Exactly.
Apathy would smack the ever-living snot out of Crimsix. And then other pro players. Dude, it's such a meme answer. I want to say Zinni. I want to say Methods. I can't say Methods because I know realistically that would never happen, but I want to say it for the meme.
Just say for the meme. No, but be for real. Who do you think? Who do you think? You can take one of my answers. That's fine.
I don't want to though. I want to make this as interesting as I can.
Who was it gonna be? Was it gonna be Scump?
No, I think Scump could, but it wouldn't be Scump.
It was gonna be Alec.
I'm just struggling to think of other players because at the end of the day, they are gamers. They're not very physically in tune with their surroundings. I key Scraps. I think Scraps would ring his bell.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Apathy and Scraps are my 2 picks for people that could beat Crimsix in hand-to-hand combat. I was gonna say Silly, but Silly's nose ring is a big disadvantage.
If I could put an honorable mention.
Go ahead.
Parasite.
He is a pro now, true. Parasite seems like I wish Karma was still competing because Karma would
kick his ass. Karma would kick his ass.
Karma was a champion wrestler before he played COD, so Karma has fighting skills.
Karma would oof.
Karma's also a dad, so he has the plus 15 strength. Yeah. But
are those the only like 2 dads from the COD scene? It's got to be, right?
Oh, that are pros? A lot of the pros aren't even old enough to have kids.
Clayster's almost 30.
Clayster doesn't have any kids.
Yeah, I know.
Doesn't have any kids.
I know, but you're saying old enough. Scump
doesn't have kids. Formal doesn't have a girlfriend at the moment, I don't think.
Really?
I don't think so.
Hold on. I have to see this.
Apathy might be the only pro player that has kids.
Well, I mean, unless Formal hasn't signed into Instagram, there's still a picture of him and his girlfriend.
Apathy might be the only pro player that has a kid. I legitimately cannot think of anybody else. Because, like, all the older players that, well, like, not even players, like, all the other members of the community, like, Aches, JCap, Clay, Crim, like, they don't They're basically like me, where like females are the devil. Not really. Crimsix is a girlfriend, and so does Clayster. But like JCap and
6 is engaged.
yeah, I know. So silly, but just Fargo nose ring one
Well,
shot.
I mean, Formal has a lot of sons in the COD scene, so
He does.
Formal could be a dad.
Dashy's also a father of 5. I forgot about that.
He is a father of 5. Yes, yes, he is.
And now 2 of those kids work for Optic. Funny how that works.
Yeah. Who, General and was Troy playing with him?
I'm like 90%. Was he?
I have the tweet bookmarked. 1 minute.
I want to say that because Sender still wears his Enigma 6 stuff around the Optic content. Around in the Optic content stuff. Like, I'll give him credit. Enigma 6 had a lot of really nice stuff, but come on now, you're working for Optic. We'll figure that out and then we're going to end because we're going on the hour and 40-minute mark and this is going to be one hell of an upload.
One momento. Won't take 2. There we go. I found it. Just raise my brightness a little bit so that I can see. God RX, Kismet, Mayhem, Brezzy, and General. Yeah, so no, and Sender wasn't there.
Okay, well.
But I know he used to be on E6.
Yes, he did, but anyway, General is Dashy's kid. Dashy, father of 5, Apathy, father of 1 or 2? I think it's 2.
I think it's 2 kids. No, he had a second kid.
He also had his kid during Champs, so Pog for him. Black Ops 3 was a wild time for Brian Zelikov.
Is that how you pronounce his last name?
Pretty sure.
Zelikov. I like his last name. I like it.